you. Trained. Order the Thursday, October 23rd meeting of the Town of Sylva Planning Board. First item on the agenda, approval of minutes. Everybody's had a chance to look those over. Motion.
Motion to approve.
A second. Any other discussion? Favor? Second item on the agenda is zoning map amendment. Finished by OPM Holdings. I'm gonna hand that over to you.
Yes, good evening. So this is, you have in your packet in front of you, a staff report for the applicant. We reviewed their application. The applicant is OMP Holdings LLC. Paul and Kim Lapsell, their property owners. Property location is 89 Apollo Drive. And number 76414860031. And Spring.
Disappear. Right. Mouse is not there. There we go. I did try to play with it. Those won't split.
Is that a PDF or?
Yes, that's how it was sent, yeah.
And we'll go to full screen.
It's different when it came in last time. Chair. Fine, the Bogarts? Yes. Okay. That corner.
I guess what is that? Is that?
So residential house, right?
Yes.
It's a house that's. When this road's done, I mean, it's gonna be pretty close to that.
Yeah, it'll just make.
It's gonna be pretty close to Frontman, or I guess the access is still behind.
Yeah, the elevation of it is, it's quite a bit higher than the parking lot in front.
Put over here. Share it.
Watch here. And so the current zoning of that property. 89 Apollo Drive is high density residential currently. The ordinance section for which the text amendment is requested is article in the ordinance, Article 3 procedures, and specifically section 3.9 D zoning and map amendments. The Description of the request, the applicant is requesting a map amendment that would designate the subject property as general business. So this property that is highlighted in blue right here. There's an existing residence right here. Yeah, that's the old Bogarts. But clinic was here, Dunkin' Donuts was there. These properties were seen, these were resolved general business. The background, general business district, which the request is for the property to go to, is the largest district within the town. So it's community. And we could go to, and this is just the zoning map on all properties. We don't need that on. So this is the current zoning. You see, so the high density district is in orange and then the general business is in red. And the general business being the largest district in the south and Sylva's commercially zoned jurisdiction. The GB district offers a broad range of permitted use by right and special use permits such as lodging, retail, commercial, restaurants, public, civic, and recreational uses. Property improvements in this district are subject to development standards as set forth in the zoning ordinance, including building setbacks, landscaping, architectural standards, sidewalk construction, parking, stormwater, treatment, etc. The subject property is located on the northeast side of Highway 107, Nashville Highway. This is 23 intersection, behind vacant property that is currently zoned as general business. Again, that's where the old Bogart's restaurant was. And the subject property is in the Hall Heights neighborhood. This property is a total of 0.48 acres in land area with one existing residential dwelling. Access to this property is from a public right of way of Apollo Drive, which is a town road. Up here, I think that it ends right in here. Have you figured that out, Paige? And this maybe becomes private, maybe? Because this is private down here, I think.
Yes, it's only
Does it end like up in-
600ths of a mile,
Yeah,
so.
so it's pretty small. We think that it ends and the private drive picks up.
So this property is at the end of Apollo Drive only serve.
Only
south from this
serves,
property.
yeah, it only serves this property and this one. This property is adjacent to properties to the west and south that are in the general business district and are not located within a 100-year flood plain. This property is served by Tuckasegee Water and Sewer Authority for public utilities. Application response, the applicant is requesting that the existing town of Sylva zoning map be amended to designate this property of 0.48 acres to the general business district. So what you're seeing in orange here, the request is if it were to go to general businesses, that would be red, basically in match the rest of that district. Staff findings, the requested map amendment would not constitute spot zoning as the properties to the west and south are zoned, so but in general business, so that being general business and then this going into general business, it's not spot zoning if it's not a donut hole, it would be adjacent to the right district. The town's adopted land use plan for 2040 establishes that this property will be in the future urban neighborhood district. The encouraged land uses for this future district include primarily residential, small lot, single family, townhome residential, 2, 3, and 4 unit, the family unit, residential and multifamily, civic and educational uses that support community residents, live work units, small scale in-home businesses, and small scale public open space, i.e. active pocket parks, passive open space, freeways, etc. However, if the map amendment request is approved, this property will be in the future community corridors district with encouraged land uses for this district being mixed use buildings, institutional uses, walkable neighborhood, commercial, retail, office, personal services, large scale commercial, business centers, community services, and civic educational services. In addition, this request this requested map amendment will create available property and opportunity in the GB district that may be needed to serve the community during and after the proposed highway 107.
I have a quick question. The application says that it's gonna be a general, a doctor's office, psychological purpose. Is there anything about the residential area that won't allow that?
Yeah, it won't allow for a professional office in residential.
Okay.
There's limited non-residential uses that are allowed. But a doctor's office is not one of them.
Okay.
However, it's really, I mean, that's what's on the application. That's what the current request is for, but understand what's going on. If it moves to the general business, it could be anything.
Right,
General business.
right.
It's not just what the current ask is for. So the applicant, in my conversations with him, that was the immediate need was to move it to general business so the professional office could operate there and convert that house into a professional office for those services. And then later on down the road, if it would stay there or it could change into anything else that would be allowed in general business.
Further discussion?
And I might be concerned about what the abutters how they might feel about that, but they get their chance at the town level. The town board level.
Yeah, I mean, it's a legislative process and I'm assuming the post property and send out stuff
Posted today.
posted today, can send out that, I guess.
They went today.
Adjacent property owners are notified so they can come and speak their piece. I mean, it's not a quasi judicial where they, would have standing and all that, but they could certainly come up and talk.
And voice they had the opposition.
Is the home being lived in currently?
I think it's vacant. I think it's vacant. That's why the whole catalyst of this was because he had potential tenant that wanted to do these services in town. And that was, they approached him and that was available. That's why, but he needed to make the zoning change for that to happen for the last one.
Anybody have a motion?
And make that motion with the consistency statement.
And back.
Do we? All right,
You could make the motion, whatever you're gonna make, and just say with the consistency statement, he can read.
that's what she wants.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have a motion? Okay. Where do we start on this, Matt? In the town of?
Very top.
And so planning board statement of consistency pursuant to statute 160D regarding proposed zoning map amendment from high density residential to general business for parcel identified by PIN number 7641486031. Town of Sylva Planning Board has found the zoning map amendment to the parcel identified by PIN number 7641486031 to be supported by the town of Sylva. A 2040 land use plan. We find the proposed amendment to be consistent with the plan for Sylva corridor specifications found on page 32 of the town of Sylva 2040 land use plan, more specifically, community corridor. The requested map amendment would not constitute spot zoning, as the subject properties will be in accordance with the town's adopted land use plan for 2040. This plan establishes that these properties will be in the future community corridor district. The encouraged land uses for this future district include mixed-use buildings, institutional uses, walkable neighborhood commercial, including retail, office, and personal spaces, large-scale commercial business centers, commercial, community services, and civic/educational services. And therefore consider the proposed zoning map amendment to be reasonable and in the public interest.
That's the motion.
And that's the motion.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, passes. Any business?
No, but I will tell you, we will meet in January and most likely have a LIHTC.
What?
A federal housing project to discuss.
Oh. Just that proposal over off Savannah Drive that has
No.
been trying to
When they
get funded.
they have a reoccurring
Yeah.
Savannah Drive.
Yeah,
Not this time.
okay. I'm just curious.
Did that one not go through?
It wasn't funded.
I don't think I'm get approved from. They're applying to the state, that's right, for the tax. They just didn't get.
Correct. Yeah.
You have to wait a year to do it again, so.
That's been. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may have punted on that property.
I
Right?
thought they, didn't they buy it? I think they had that.
No, I don't think so.
This is something else.
Yes.
I think that is encouraging because we, take housing offline and we hate it, but there are big, there are a couple of bigger projects that start to address housing.
Yeah.
All right, motion to adjourn,
So moved.
second.
Second.
Favor?
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
All right, easy. Thanks, all.